For many people, the first time they see a scissor lift, they all have the same impression. They look almost identical. A platform, a set of crossed steel arms, 4 wheels. So, here's the real question. If they all look like this, why can the price difference be 2 times or even 3 times? Why do some machines work reliably in a warehouse for 10 years, while others last only 5 or even less? In this video, we are going to do just one thing. We are going back to the origin of the scissor lift to understand how it was born and how different countries, different industrial systems slowly shaped it into what we see today. The scissor lift was not invented for construction. Its true starting point was safety. In mid-20th century North America, factories, warehouses, airports, and aircraft maintenance bases needed workers to operate rapidly at heights of several meters, sometimes much higher. The solutions at the time were simple and extremely dangerous. Ladders, scaffolding, temporary platforms. Accidents were common, and the problem itself was very clear. People needed a platform that was stable, controllable, and reusable. So, a mechanical structure began to appear. Simple in form, stable in center of gravity, able to move vertically. This was the prototype of the scissor lift. If you ask who wrote the standard answer for the modern scissor lift, the answer is very clear: the United States. From the 1960s to the 1970s, companies like Genie and GLG began systematically developing aerial work platforms. Genie did something extremely important. They brought scissor lifts into the rental system, and that changed everything. Because once a machine enters rental, it must be standardized, durable, simple, and above all, safe. Rental companies don't want a machine that serves just one customer. They want equipment that can be used again, resold again, and operated by different people over and over. Then GLG took another concept to the extreme: systematic safety. Not just can it go up, but what if it's overloaded? What if the operator makes a mistake? What if someone gets trapped? The scissor lift became a complete safety engineering system. And then there was Skyjack, with an almost anti-romantic industrial philosophy. They won the market in their own way. The idea was simple: fewer functions, fewer failures, fewer decisions. Fixed white colors, highly standardized structures, maintenance you can understand at a glance. The core logic of American scissor lifts became clear: not making them more complex, but making them more controllable. But scissor lifts don't work only in warehouses. In Europe, the situation was very different. More outdoor construction, more complex ground conditions, higher wind loads, stricter regulations. Manufacturers like Holland in France started asking different questions. What if the ground is uneven? What if the machine is on a slope? What if the workers are outdoors for long periods? So the answer became heavier structures, stronger chase, 4-wheel drive, rough terrain scissor lifts. European manufacturers didn't rush toward lightweight design. They cared about one key thing: can the machine remain stable in non-ideal conditions? This shaped a very typical European character: heavy-duty structures, high tolerance for errors, but also higher cost and greater weight. China entered the scissor lift industry relatively late. True large-scale development started after the year 2000. The first generation of Chinese manufacturers had a very clear goal: learn American structures, learn European safety standards, learn CE and ANSI certification logic. But what truly changed the industry was not that China learned how to build scissor lifts. It was how they built them. Larger production capacity, faster iteration, lower unit cost. When the price of a scissor lift dropped significantly, it stopped being a tool only for a few countries and a few companies. In Latin America, Southeast Asia, the Middle East, and Africa, scissor lifts shifted from high-end equipment to standard tools. This was not a technological revolution, it was a manufacturing scale revolution. Today's scissor lift market is not about one replacing another. It's about three forces coexisting. American manufacturers still define safety standards at the high-end market. European manufacturers continue to lead in complex working conditions and structural design. Chinese manufacturers have made scissor lifts truly global, with technology evolving rapidly. Different applications naturally choose different systems. The real question has never been, which country is better, but which scissor lift fits your way of working. So next time you stand on a scissor lift, remember, on your feet is not just a machine. Behind it are decades of accident lessons, industrial decisions from different countries, and very different manufacturing philosophies. Understanding the history of scissor lifts is not about nostalgia. It's about knowing when it truly matters, what kind of a machine is worth trusting with your life.